Last time on my Crynicles.
Is that why you came over? To be mad at me?
Actually, yeah.
Stop being a brat.
Stop. You hit me.
Oh, please. I barely touched you. You bit me.
Well, you should have stopped.
See, that wasn't so bad now, was it?
Yes. Dude, I told you not to come.
Yeah, whatever. You know, Pancakes? You're like one of those buildings where it's not quite foreign construction. Some people drive by, they're like, what is this? But then, in a few months or so, they come back and it's the finished product like, oh, I see it now. That's nice.
You are such an asshole.
Keep fucking with me. You'll get there.
I don't need you to get anywhere, but I do want you to get out. Alright, there's really no need to wallow in the sorrow because I didn't do it then, so I'm not going to do it now. So let's see. After Avery, there was Zahir. I think we followed each other on Twitter, but then he added me on Snap, and I just knew him as some funny dude who was also kind of fine. But you know how there's like that one moment where someone starts having some sort of relevance in your life? Because I can't remember how long we've been following each other, but he had this one story where he was on the toilet in the dorms, and I honestly can't really remember the plot because it was so long ago, but that shit had me weak. Nigga is stupid.
Is that Zahir's story?
You know him, Kori?
Yeah, he goes here. He's from St. Louis.
Did he go to school with us?
No, he used to date Diana though, so, he'd be around.
Oh, that explains why he'd be in the dorms. He's y'all's age. He a freshman.
Don't say that like you weren't just a freshman a few months ago.
Hey, a lot can happen in a few months, okay? I'm so much wiser now.
Are you though?
Remember what I taught you now.
Don't fuck the athletes?
Precisely.
Feel like I already knew that, but okay.
Then you're already ahead of the curve. Just don't forget it, because they'll try you, and you'll go far. I'd only fucked one athlete at this point, and not even by choice, but I knew plenty of girls who got their reputation ruined because they hooked up with one. Or two. Thinking no one would find out. But if I knew, and I barely left my room freshman year, then it was guaranteed locker room talk. Drake was right about one thing. Niggas did talk more than bitches these days. Because I rarely, if ever, heard about who fucked who from another girl. It was always a dude. Granted, I had more guy friends than girlfriends, but girls just aren't as proud to admit that they scored with the most promising bench riders. Guys, on the other hand, love to point out who they or their homeboy smashed. It was honestly weird to me and kind of pathetic because you've lowered your standards because you'd never actually date her, but you were horny, so you're basically telling people you lack the self-control to wait for someone you actually like. And more often than not, she saw potential in you, so she should be the proud one bragging about it. But, then the shame comes because she realizes you'd never claim her. The saddest thing is it lowers her value in the eyes of other men because they're so possessive and insecure. They don't want anything emotional to do with her after the homie smashed. Or not even their homie, just some nigga's face they knew. They're not even going to take the time to figure out what happened or how she felt or what he had to do to get it. They just think she's a hoe. Because their little egos can't stomach coming second. But we're off topic. So scroll up through all these messages and you'll see our first conversation. November 9th, 2014, 12 p.m., yada yada. Well, our first documented conversation. The first conversation he saved because all these messages you see, which is important to see because later he'll try to say that we didn't talk that much. And I'm not sure why he saved all these conversations, but I'm awful glad he did because now the script pretty much writes itself. I'm so happy that we're still friends because he's the only nigga I have access to our old conversations. Alright, so boom. I like Zahir. He was funny, we had the same interests, and he thought I was funny. He could be sort of an asshole too, but not in the same way as Avery was an asshole, just like in a joking way. Like there was no cruelty in anything he said. He was never really serious, I think. Cool, so scroll down to January 2015. We see that I went to Steak and Shake on the 1st. I know this will be the first time me and Zahir hung out because I can recall a conversation we had about this picture lacking the proper aesthetic since the waitress forgot the cherry.
You gonna ask her to get you one?
Nah, it's probably for the best. I know they don't be using tongs to pick them up. And I just saw her rub her nose. Plus, I don't want to be a bother.
Why you suggest we come here if you know they trifling?
Whatever, you run the same risk at any restaurant. If you're not personally making your food, it could honestly have anything on it. Oh, Zahir. Am I saying it right? I've never heard it out loud before.
Yeah, it's pretty rare to hear.
Have you ever met anyone else with it?
Never. I'm used to being the only one. It could be annoying introducing myself though. I'll say it a million times, people will still fuck it up.
You can pretty much just sound it out.
Trust me, they don't make it that easy.
Must have sucked having substitute teachers, huh?
I don't speak to substitute teachers. It's just hard meeting new people. I always tell them my name is AJ instead.
It's hard meeting new people regardless, even with a basic name.
No, it's not. You just be ducked off, being anti.
I am not anti.
Yes, you are. I can check your story any given night and you'll be at home complaining.
Don't y'all niggas get mad when cops pull you over because you fit the description of being a criminal? Well, I get mad when you pull me over because I fit the description of being a thought. Oh, you guys are together now? That's so cute. Oh, I'm so happy for you. But fuck you. He said he was looking for my juice. Like he wanted to see if I had the juice. Nigga, what? Why you mad? Like, I'm not saying we can never be anything. I'm just saying, like, not today. And don't tell me you're 5'4", but your dick's 6'7", because I'm still 5'2". So what the fuck am I supposed to do? That's not true. Sometimes I complain at work too. This bitch just told me I had 2 people. Why the fuck am I still taking tables? I was here at 10 o'clock. Does it look like I'm still looking for tables? How hard is it to just shit in the toilet? Like, why? How are you missing? You know what? Just shit at home. Why don't you just take your shit at home?
Yeah, then you come home, talk about how niggas ain't shit, and then be under your bed with those light up candles listening to music. You need some hoes.
Well, niggas aren't shit. I don't want any hoes.
Why not? What's the problem?
I just don't know how to control them. Like, you can never be sure who's the hoe in the situation. You know what I'm saying? I think he's my hoe. Whole time, I'm his.
Is that why you aren't talking to anyone?
The games are just exhausting. Playing hard to get because men don't like things that come easy. It's annoying.
You gotta fix that, Sierra. Everything is a game. Or would you rather play by yourself?
At least until I can figure out a cheat code or something. Because right now I'm just running around pressing buttons and I keep dying.
When was the last time you were in a relationship?
About 1.5 years ago. It didn't end well.
What happened?
Man, he was crazy. We only dated for a few months and he thought he could control my life. Then when I broke up with him, he called my mom and there was this whole ugly Twitter fight.
He goes to Mizzou and you barely go out as it is, so what was he controlling? He called your mom?
Exactly. And nah, he went to SEMO, but he had severe trust issues. So imagine the things the dude had a problem with. I couldn't eat with anyone in the dining hall. I had to be on the phone with him 24/7. And I definitely couldn't leave the dorms to go anywhere besides class or the gym. And I don't know why he thought he had some sort of bond with my mom. Mom is just too nice.
That's hella funny. All bad though. At least he cared. He just overcared. A lot of girls have problems with getting someone to care. You got that part right though. Just gotta get someone less protective.
I guess. There were a lot of things I didn't like about our relationship though. I wanted to help him, but in the end I just decided to help myself because I had to get out. He's not even the worst of them. So that's why I'm not talking to anyone right now.
That's crazy. You gotta choose your hoes wisely. But you a little weird, Sierra. It ain't gonna be easy. And you know what I mean when I say weird.
I mean, I know I'm a little weird, but what do you mean?
The same way you think you are. That's what I mean.
Nah, now I need to know what you think of me.
I mean, you seem lonely. Nothing wrong with it. It's not like straight depression, but you only fuck with a few that you find cool. And you watch dope cartoons when you were younger and represent it, so not everybody finds that cool. You want to do low key and are still looking, But it's hard out here, head ass can't just talk to anybody. Even though you got the urge to just give up and try an average nigga, you don't and just chill.
Wow, you got all that just from watching my snaps? Niggas will deadass double tap through my whole story just to tell me I'm fine. Didn't hear a word I fucking said.
Well, I'm pretty good at reading people and I pay attention to detail. I wouldn't comment on a shorty's story without seeing what she talking about. That's just dumb. You gotta get out more and stop chatting with the lames.
I get out. I'm out right now. With a nigga.
Hey, I'm not just some nigga. Watch it. And you're not really out. You're at work, you're just not working. It doesn't count.
I don't work here.
You know what I mean, though.
I did know what he meant. Our first time meeting up and I chose my job. Most people did not choose to spend their time off in their place of work, even if it was at a different location. But I felt comfortable at Steak and Shake, so I guess in a way I felt in control of the situation. I knew the menu like the back of my hand. I knew to ask for ketchup packets because there was no way to be sure when the bottles on the table had last been washed. And I knew every song on their ambiance playlist, daytime and after hours. I mean, after 2.5 years of being a server there, wasn't a whole lot of situations that could happen in the vicinity that I couldn't have dealt with. Being in control was very important to me after Avery. I didn't have control with a crowd of drunk people around me in a dark room. That's been proven. Where am I supposed to be going? I don't think the men in my dreams would be at the bars.
It's college. Everyone parties. Yours could be a one.
Not everyone. I'd much rather find him more organically, like in class or between classes or at the gym or at Walmart. You know, they say you're not supposed to be looking for the one. He'll just find you.
And you're determined to make that as difficult as possible, huh?
Whatever. Like you said, I'm chilling. And I really was chilling. Even though I liked Zahir, I kind of felt like he had friend-zoned me because that conversation seemed a lot more like it was between two friends, right? Not like two people on a date, you know? Even though he did pay for me, it seemed like he was more interested in helping someone else get in my pants, not like he was trying to help himself get in there. So the second time we hung out, I felt comfortable enough to go to his place. Well, his grandmother's place, and they would be home. We were gonna grab something to eat, watch anime, and have a chill-ass time. Once again, this was before Netflix and chill had become an official trap, so it was harmless. Some hours go by. I probably should have left at a decent time, but I was in no rush. I was genuinely enjoying our time together. And, you know, eventually he did try to kiss me. I did end up kissing him back, and we kissed for hellas. Like, the boy was kind of skilled. I don't know if it was, like, because his lips were, like, incredibly soft or, like, the way he held my chin, but I could have kissed him all night. And I wanted to kiss him all night. But, you know, men have those fucking limits where it's against their nature to just stop at kissing. It sucks, too, because you really just can't kiss a guy without trying to go further. They would go as far as you let them, and some of them went even further than that. I could feel myself sweating and my heart began to race, because, like, I was trying to figure out if I could stop him. I mean, he was a pretty lanky guy. He was tall, but scrawny as hell. He was still a dude, though. Even if he wasn't as strong as Avery, that didn't mean I could overpower him. I was honestly kind of panicking. Can we stop? Shh. That was easy.
What was?
Getting you to stop.
Yeah, nigga, what?
Nothing. It's just I was preparing to put up a fight because I was so used to my protests being ignored by a psychopath. I felt bad for expecting the same of him. He'd given me no reason to fear or distrust him, yet here I was, struggling to remember that normal men don't want to force their way inside of you. And he was looking at me like I was crazy. And I felt crazy, because this was fucking crazy. Would this be my life forever? I used to talk to an asshole. I thought you were gonna be like him. I can't remember if it was this time or the next night we spent together, because it did happen twice. But I told Zahir a very vague overview of what Avery did to me. He would actually be the only person who knew about that for at least 2 years. I don't know. I guess I trusted him. I also liked his reaction to the news. He didn't get mad and demand his name or address. He didn't feel sorry for me and try to coddle me. He just like laid there and listened. I had a new problem when I returned to school after winter break. I liked Zahir, but he wasn't trying to date anyone at the moment because he was debating on whether or not he was even coming back to Mizzou, which I thought was just an excuse, but whatever, it didn't matter. I was still pretty set on waiting to be somebody's girlfriend before I had sex again, so making out was as far as we went. A problem I already had, though, was that Avery liked to play this game where he would terrorize me in the middle of the night. I never knew if he was coming or not, but it always put so much stress on me because I knew that letting him in would mean I'd have to fight for my life, but leaving him outside might end up with the police being called. I don't know if he thought that scare tactics were going to make me forgive him, or if he just thought it was funny to make me so uncomfortable I could barely sleep at night. I went back to school early because I had to work, so I was home alone. And you know how you just feel like you need to make sure the door is locked, especially when you have a psychopath that may or may not be stalking you? Samuel, hey,
Hey, C, what you doing?
just chillin'. What about you?
Same. You okay? Did I wake you up?
No, I just haven't heard your voice in so long.
Do I sound different or something?
No.
Is that good?
Yes.
Good. You sound the same too.
Oh, good.
Whoa, I didn't say that was a good thing.
Shut up, dude.
I just thought I'd check up on you. You were on my mind.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Couldn't be.
I'm not finna play with you.
Well, that's unfortunate because I got about 4 months of pent-up games I'd like to unleash upon you.
Dang, has it really been that long?
Yes.
My fault. It's been a crazy season.
Yeah, I heard. You were like one of the most promising freshmen. Congrats on the Citrus Bowl, by the way.
Thank you.
My life is kind of weirdly convenient. I used to think that somebody was punking me at all times. Like, what were the odds that Samuel, of all people, would call me and change my entire mood? 1 minute, I was in a horror movie, and the next, I'm in the romantic teen comedy of the summer. I didn't realize how much I missed him. Like, just his voice, like, it just, I don't know. We caught up, we laughed, we made plans to hang out in the near future. And I learned that this nigga didn't know how to spell my name. Why did you take this picture of me? And you know that's not how my name is spelled.
'Cause it's funny that you eat like a squirrel and it's not spelled like that.
It's like the mist, like the mountains, like the GMC trucks. I can't believe this. And don't compare me to a rodent.
Then don't eat like one.
I hate you. There are so many things wrong with this picture. Why is your phone on 5% and looks like it's 3/4 charge? What is the truth? It's that Android mess.
Whoa, hold on now. You were rocking an Android when I met you. Now you want to act all brand new?
I am brand new. I've upgraded my life. And it feels good. You should try it.
Nah, I think I'll hold on to my individuality, thank you.
That's what they all say. So I finally got to hang out with Samuel again. But, you know, it was hard to enjoy it with another woman joining us. I knew 2 things about Madison. And it was probably the same 2 things everybody knew about her because I'm half certain she introduced herself as.
Hi, I'm Madison, a messenger of Christ, and I'm saving my virginity for my future husband. I can't wait to give myself to him in every way.
It kind of made her the perfect candidate for Samuel, so yeah, her presence bothered me. Because if there's one thing I couldn't compete with, it was virginity. I would forever be thankful that I got to lose my virginity the way I did. Don't get me wrong, because I was loved and respected. Even if Philip did turn out to be an asshole, I was happy when I was with him. And I knew there were a lot worse ways you could lose it.
Are you hungry?
I could eat.
That means yes. Why didn't you say something? Here,
No, that's yours. I'm fine.
just take it. I already had dinner.
You gotta keep your weight up, remember?
Girl, if you don't take this chicken,
Thank you. Why was this the sweetest man on the planet?
Have you guys seen this new dance? Whew, I love it, but why do the women have to dress like that? I'm sure it looks the same fully clothed. Samuel, try it on me.
They must have danced for like 20 minutes.
Oh Lord, it's late. You know what they say, nothing good happens after midnight. Samuel, can you take me home?
Sure. See y'all later.
So how long has this been going on?
What are you talking about?
Madison, coming over here?
He does not like that girl. Just relax.
So why was she here? Why is she here?
She just be popping up to cook sometimes. That's all.
She be cooking for y'all?
I mean, she cooked for a lot of athletes. That's just who she is.
I already had dinner.
Well, do it be good?
Fire. I'm just saying, man. But why don't you come over sometime and cook for him?
You don't think that's a little desperate?
I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Well, I'm not desperate.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he doesn't need to know that, okay? Besides, she can't just be popping up. She doesn't have a car, she can't drive. He must be picking her up and bringing her back here.
Yeah, well, you know Samuel. He's a nice guy, so if she asks, he's not gonna say no. And shit, we like food.
Yeah, the same way if I ask to come over, he's not gonna say no. Was he purposely making it impossible to know where I stood with him? Actually, no. I knew exactly where I stood with Samuel. He was going to keep me at arm's length so he could reach me when he was ready for me, which meant there was really no reason for me to come to him when he knew where to find me. The best thing about being friends with a freshman? Them swipes. I know I had food stamps, but I really missed the dining halls. You just couldn't defeat that all you could eat, especially when you didn't have to cook it yourself. And since Zahir had friend-zoned me, I felt pretty comfortable in returning the favor and talking about Samuel. I just don't see the point of him inviting us both over at the same time. Like, I get it, we're friends. You don't have to rub your other friends in my face.
Yeah, that's sloppy. You're never supposed to let your hoes meet.
I'm not one of his hoes.
Then what are you?
Don't say Beyonce, don't say Beyonce, don't say Beyonce.
Exactly.
Shut up.
It's okay, fam.
I know it's okay. I don't even care.
Sure you don't. So what are you gonna do about it?
There's nothing I can do about it.
No, I mean about you. The loneliness.
It's not that bad. I'm handling it.
Then how come your friends keep telling you to get some dick?
Because people think sex is the answer to every problem. Just because I'm angry, single, and bitter does not mean I need sex. Sex is the last thing I need.
What's the first?
A boyfriend? Maybe someone who isn't gonna leave me even more angry and bitter?
You wouldn't be. You'd feel better.
I doubt it. It feels like I'd be settling for less. Like, I'm setting myself up for failure. I think that I deserve better than that.
Where is there better, Sierra? You want something imaginary right now. No one is dating in college. One day you'll meet the person who's perfect for you, but that could be in 10 years. Would you rather be single right now and lonely for 10 more years? Or have a good-ass time with a few little heartbreaks that you move past in a month or two? Because I doubt your dude is alone right now waiting for you. You won't die. In the long run, you'll be straight.
He was right, because what I wanted truly was imaginary. I could not find what I was looking for in a boyfriend or anyone else for that matter, because relying on somebody else for happiness was only going to bring you more pain. I was guaranteed to fail no matter who I chose because it would never be myself. Of course, I didn't know this at the time, and this was all part of his elaborate scheme to get in my pants. I remember being under some impression that he was trying to put me on one of his friends because we were just so good at hanging out platonically. And yeah, he was nudging me to fuck some, but he never flat out suggested that some should be him. And since we're being honest, that only made me want to fuck him more. He clearly wanted something with no strings attached though. And I had an entire quilt I wanted to wrap around him, so I just controlled myself for like a month. We were honestly just chilling. We even started making Snapchat stories together, which you just don't do with someone you're fucking because it raises questions like,
What's up with you and Zahir?
huh?
Oh, you can't hear me?
I actually didn't hear you.
You and Zahir. What's that about?
Oh, nothing. We just cool.
Y'all be making snaps together at midnight because you're just cool.
That's not even late.
You know he got a girlfriend.
I know. Actually, that was brand new information to me.
I really hope you are not messing with him, Sierra, because he is not it.
Is there a man who is, Kori?
Not in Mizzou, definitely.
Whole state trash, honestly.
Look, as long as you aren't having sex with him.
And I'm not. Damn, people don't say goodbye when they hang up the phone anymore.
Who was that?
Okay, this looks bad, but I promise y'all, we had not had sex yet at this point. So technically, I wasn't lying to Kori. You have a girlfriend?
No.
Why do people think you have a girlfriend then?
There is a girl who I talked to, but she's still in high school and she wants to travel for a year after she graduates in May, so she knows I'm not doing long distance shit.
Does she? Or is she telling people she's your girlfriend?
She couldn't possibly. Actually, let me see who follows you on Snap, because I actually did get chewed out for that story, so someone must have shown her.
Well, are you fucking her?
Nah, she wants me to meet her parents first. I ain't.
Yeah, he probably wasn't shit, and I should have heeded her warning, but he was kind of the only thing that brought me regularly consistent joy at Mizzou, so I was willing to see where this would go. And, you know, he did show me, like, some text or something that proved that he was single, I guess, but I really just wasn't concerned. He made me laugh all the time, okay? My roommates even once commented how they could hear how happy I was, because we'd literally be laughing all night. I don't remember what was so funny, but this nigga just had me rolling for no reason. It was a direct contrast to the way Avery made me feel, who would still occasionally pop up to haunt me. I had to admit, I slept a lot better with Zahir next to me. For starters, I was sleeping in my bed again and not under it. It was really only a matter of time before I decided I was ready for sex again, and obviously I wanted to with him, because I was an adult who is perfectly capable of knowing when I wanted to have sex. I didn't need anyone to make that decision for me. Avery. What do you mean you didn't bring a condom? Aren't y'all supposed to carry them around in your wallets or something? I told you we were going to be doing this today.
I thought we were joking.
Well, now we gotta go to the store and get one.
Hold on, let me double check.
He magically found one I suspected he had the entire time. What do you mean it won't fit? Did you forget what size your dick was when you bought it?
Chill. I think I got it.
He definitely didn't have it, and it ripped as soon as he got it on. But at that point, we kind of just said fuck it and continued without it because for whatever reason, I just trusted him implicitly. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did not know that sex could feel that good. And this is one of those times where I'm willing to tell you to do as I say, not as I do. You should definitely not have unprotected sex, especially with people who are not your boyfriends. And I regretted that shit immediately because I'm not sure if he told one of his friends that we'd been doing it raw, but I had this weirdly convenient conversation like the very next week at late night.
Yo, crazy story. I was talking to one of my homeboys, and he told me he was busting this shorty raw.
What?
I tried to tell him how stupid that was because he could end up getting her pregnant or probably catching something, but you know, niggas ready to risk it all for some bucks.
I mean, is she just like any shorty or is she like his girlfriend, like someone special?
Man, I don't know who she is, but I know she dumb as hell.